person sits on a cozy couch, scrolling their phone. Everything looks normal, until a strange feeling creeps in. Not fear, not anger, just discomfort. A tiny voice whispering, "Why do I feel guilty for something I didn't do?" That moment, that silent confusion, is where manipulation often begins. Sometimes manipulation doesn't show up as loud drama. It hides in everyday conversations like, "I never said that. You must be remembering wrong. If you really cared, you'd do this for me. Wow, you're so sensitive. It was just a joke." Words that look harmless on the surface but feel heavy inside your chest. The disturbing part is, most people don't notice they're being manipulated. They only notice the symptoms. A sudden need to apologize. A strange pressure to please. A confusion that keeps you silent. A guilt you can't trace to any action. Manipulation often doesn't start with control. It starts with doubt, a slow erosion of your inner voice. If you've ever felt your confidence shrink while someone else's comfort grows, if you've ever walked away from a conversation feeling smaller than when you entered, your mind might already be trying to tell you something. Today, we zoom into those moments, the invisible turning point where manipulation begins, so you can finally recognize it, name it, and stop it from shaping your life. Think of manipulation like a costume. Most manipulators don't walk around acting cruel. They wear masks, soft, friendly, or even heroic ones, so you lower your guard without noticing. Mask 1. The helpful one. This mask looks warm, supportive, safe. They say things like, "I'm only telling you this because I care. Trust me, I know what's best for you." But their help always comes with a cost. Slowly, your choices become their choices. Your plans start bending around their comfort. And one day you realize you stopped asking what you want. Mask 2, the victim. This mask is powerful because it awakens your empathy. They sigh. They look hurt. They say, "I don't know what I did wrong, but it's okay. I guess I deserve it." Suddenly, you shift from defending yourself to comforting them. Your boundaries melt. Your logic weakens. You abandon your pain to fix theirs. And they know exactly what they're doing. Mask 3, the perfect person. This mask is the trickiest one. Charm, confidence, gentle tone, perfect timing. They make you feel seen in ways no one else ever has. You think, "Someone this nice could never manipulate me." But the perfection is not real. It's bait. Once you're attached, once you admire them, once you trust them, that is when the subtle pressure begins. A raised eyebrow, a disappointed sigh, a comment that makes you feel like you're failing the perfect person you want to impress. These masks work because they target your strengths, your kindness, loyalty, and hope. Manipulation rarely starts with force. It starts with a mask that feels safe. Manipulation doesn't always sound loud. Sometimes it whispers. Often, by the time people realize they're being manipulated, the damage has already started. Not because the manipulator is powerful, but because their tactics are quiet. Here are the most common ones, the silent weapons that slip under your awareness. Tactic 1. Confusion flooding. You bring up a simple concern. Suddenly, they twist the story, add extra details, bring up past moments, or question your memory. You say, "This feels wrong." They say, "That never happened. You're imagining things." Your brain tries to keep up and fails. Confusion becomes exhaustion. Exhaustion becomes surrender. Tactic 2, selective kindness. One moment, they're cold. Then suddenly, they're the sweetest person alive. This creates emotional whiplash. Your brain learns to chase the good version of them, even if it rarely shows up. It's not real kindness, it's control disguised as affection. Tactic 3, guilt framing. You do something normal. Take time for yourself, say no, ask for space. They respond with hurt eyes, silence, or passive comments like, "Wow, okay, I guess I'm just a burden. Must be nice to not care." You end up apologizing for protecting your own time. That's not guilt, that's guilt placed on you. Tactic 4, emotional speed running. Healthy relationships grow slowly. Manipulators push fast. They say things like, "You're the only one who understands me. I've never felt this close to anyone. You're special. No one compares." It sounds beautiful, but it's a strategy. The faster you bond, the easier you are to influence. Tactic 5, isolation for your own good. They don't tell you to cut people off. They just plant seeds. Your friends don't get you. Your family always stresses you out. You're better when you talk to me. Slowly, your world shrinks until they're the center of it. By then, control looks like care. Manipulation is rarely obvious. It's a slow drift, a gentle push here, a quiet guilt there. You don't fall into it, you slide. And now that you can see the tactics, the slide finally stops. Long before your brain understands what's happening, your body already knows. It sends warnings, small ones, quiet ones, easy to ignore ones. But these signals are often the first signs that someone is manipulating you. Signal 1, the sudden tightness. Your shoulders tense, your stomach knots, your breath becomes shallow, even if the conversation sounds calm. Your body whispers, "This person doesn't feel safe." It reacts to tone, energy, and subtle pressure long before you can explain why. Signal 2, the shrinking feeling. Healthy people make you feel open. Manipulators make you feel smaller. You sit differently. You hesitate more. You second guess every word. Your posture becomes a map of your emotional reality. Signal 3, emotional delay. You walk away from them feeling off. Not angry, not sad, just emotionally tangled. But hours later, in the shower or lying in bed, the truth hits you. That wasn't okay. Your emotions needed distance to breathe because manipulation fogs your clarity. Signal 4, the sudden need to perform. You start rehearsing your sentences before speaking. You worry about their reaction. You try to get it right. When you feel like you're on a stage, you're not in a relationship. You're in a power imbalance. Signal 5, guilt with no origin. You feel guilty, but you can't explain why. Did you do something wrong? No, but your body feels responsible anyway. That's what manipulation does. It confuses your sense of responsibility until guilt feels natural. Most people ignore these signals. They tell themselves, "It's not a big deal. I'm overthinking." They didn't mean it, but your body doesn't lie. It remembers tone, patterns, micro-expressions, tension, and emotional threat, even if your mind tries to stay polite. Your first instinct is often the truth you haven't said out loud yet. Recognizing manipulation is only half the battle. The other half? Stopping it. And no, it doesn't require confrontation, rage, or dramatic fights. It starts with small, deliberate actions that rebuild your control. Step 1. Name it. Call it what it is, manipulation. Even silently in your mind. When you identify it, the power it holds over you shrinks. Words have weight. Naming the tactic, guilt tripping, gaslighting, emotional whiplash, gives you clarity. Step 2. Check your body. Notice that tightening in your shoulders, that knot in your stomach, the hesitation in your voice. Your body is a warning system. Trust it. If it feels off, it probably is. Step 3. Slow down the pace. Manipulators love rushing emotional closeness. So hit pause. Take your time. Think before responding. Ask for space. No explanations required. Step 4. Protect your boundaries. Say no without guilt. Say, I need time to think without justification. Hold space for yourself, your emotions, your choices, your priorities. Boundaries aren't walls. They're shields. They remind you that your inner voice matters more than their approval. Step 5. Reconnect with trusted people. Manipulation often isolates you. Reconnect with friends, family, mentors, people who reflect your reality, not their agenda. Their perspectives are mirrors for truth. Step 6. Document patterns. Write a journal. Write down conversations, feelings, and reactions. Patterns reveal themselves in ink, easier to spot than in your mind's fog. Step 7. Decide your distance. Sometimes the healthiest step is leaving the relationship. Other times, it's limiting interactions. Your safety, mental health, and autonomy come first. No one else's comfort is more important than that. Breaking free isn't about fighting someone else. It's about reclaiming your inner voice, confidence, and calm. Manipulation only works if you let it. And once you see it clearly, you can choose how much power they have, or none at all. Manipulation doesn't just vanish once you see it. It comes back if your boundaries weaken. That's why the most powerful tool isn't confrontation, it's your daily habits. Think of them as invisible armor. Not flashy, not dramatic, but strong and lasting. Habit 1. Self-check rituals. Every day, pause for 2 minutes. Ask yourself, do I feel calm or tense? Am I speaking my truth? Is my decision mine or someone else's? Small daily reflections train your mind to spot manipulation before it sneaks in. Habit 2. Strengthen your voice. Say what you feel, even in small ways. I don't want to do that right now. I feel uncomfortable with this. I need my space. Your voice is the foundation of your inner armor. The louder it is in little moments, the harder manipulation becomes. Habit 3. Emotional checkpoints. Notice emotional whiplash. Highs that feel forced, guilt that has no origin, sudden pressure to act. Label it immediately. This is manipulation energy. Awareness itself is a shield. Habit 4. Cultivate trusted circles. Keep people who reflect your truth close. Friends, mentors, family, anyone who validates your perception, not theirs. Their presence strengthens your inner clarity. Habit 5. Protect your time and energy. Time is your most valuable resource. If someone constantly drains it under subtle pressure, limit access. Schedule breaks. Protect your emotional bandwidth. Habit 6. Celebrate your wins. Every time you recognize manipulation, set a boundary, or assert your voice, celebrate it, even silently, even with a small smile. Each win builds armor you can't see, but manipulators can. Manipulation thrives in silence, confusion, and doubt. Your invisible armor? Clarity, boundaries, and self-trust. When you practice these habits, manipulation loses its power. It's not about defeating someone else, it's about never losing yourself again. Your inner voice, once strengthened, becomes louder than any manipulator's mask. And that voice is unforgettable.